How's it going? Welcome back to another random video on the single player world. Not an episode today, I just wanted to show you guys something because this is actually kind of a cool discovery I made. So I was not aware that this world was ever going to be able to be generated again in the same way that it has been, because if you weren't aware, this is one of the best seeds on the console edition. We've got a mesa, a giant mesa right next to spawn. Spawn is right over here. Let's fly over to it. This portal is marking world spawn, and then right over here we've got a ice spikes biome, which is massive. It's super big, and then basically everything else we would need is in this world. We got witch huts, we got tons of farms, we got mansions, we've got every single biome, we got the taiga. Everything you would ever need is in this world, and it's all really close to spawn. Another notable feature of this place is the amazing perimeters right next to the first map. So we're in the second map now, we're right next to spawn, and there's a bunch of stuff over here that's just perfect for building some kind of technical perimeter. So we've got a bunch of little desert islands if you want to do some kind of non-mob based thing with the perimeter. We've also got guardian farms. These have changed their locations, but they're still in the area. Then over here we've got this super cool island where we could build a passive mob farm because it's got a perfect perimeter already ready to go. Bunch of room over here for mob spawners and stuff like we've got. And then over here we've got a super big mushroom island. I mean, it's not super big, but for the console edition it's a pretty good sized mushroom island with actually a kind of like a 60 or 70% completed perimeter around that as well. So if you want to just start right off into a technical world with everything you'll need, like packed ice and hardened clay and mushrooms and all of the things you'll need in your world, and this is probably one of the best seeds you could ever generate. So I'm going to pop into the menus. We're going to generate this up and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll BRB. Okay guys, well here's your seed for you. You can check all these numbers out and write this down exactly how it is, and this is what you're going to get. So make sure to keep balance seed on, go to world size classic, biome scale small, generate structures, everything's the same. We're going to disable autosave and turn on host privileges and turn off the daylight cycle. So you can do this in survival on hard if you wanted to, and I recommend it if you're looking for a new world. So let's generate this and I'll show you about. Alright, well we just actually set the time today, so it was a little farther along, so it wasn't like dark morning. So basically we're here in the spawn area, and you can see it's all exactly the same. We got the mesa over there, and we've got our little spawn island here where the portal was. And you can see there's very slight differences with the shapes of the land masses and stuff. But what's so cool about this is all of the biomes are still in the same spot. And not only that, you can see we got ice spikes over here. We've got extra things in this map. So look at this mansion. This is really cool. Excuse me. I was not aware that this was possible, but we actually have a spawner inside this mansion. It's a spider spawner. I was not aware that this was something that could generate. I'm assuming that this is a normal thing now, that mansions can have dungeons in them or whatever, but that's just a super cool feature that right next to spawn, you've got this surface spider spawner. And if you come in here, actually, if you wanted to make this into a grinder, this is actually really cool. You can see that you've got this little room down here that's already built up, and we got one of those little illagers over here. So cool. Well, this is kind of the main thing that I wanted to show you about the spawn island, is that it's just right next to a bunch of cool stuff. And if you were playing on like the PS3 version and this seed still works, which I am not able to confirm, but I would assume that if you do everything like I just did, then this is the kind of map you're going to get. You are going to get some ice spikes, you'll get a mesa, you'll get a mansion, and it should be pretty cool. So what we're going to do now is expand it into large, because that's how I did it in my single player world. So we'll get all of the rest of this map. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I will BRB. Okay guys, well here it is. I made sure to save, and we have our classic sized world. So what we're going to do is overwrite and go to large. Super easy, super obvious. Let's load this up and let's see the differences. Alright, so if you come over to this ice spikes biome after you've expanded the world, you can see that you're going to have enough of this to support basically anything you'll ever want to do with it. So it's always good to see a big biome of this stuff, because that can be a pretty big issue sometimes in a single player world if you don't have that kind of biome. Okay guys, well, we're over here at the mesa biome, and it's just super cool to see this before we did any of the work to it. It's just amazing that we changed all of this whole area into a giant custom forest. It's super cool. And if you come over here, here's where our temple is located in the jungle. So everything's still in the same spot, obviously. We got a tiny little mushroom island over here, which is actually not the worst spot for a passive mob farm. If you pillar up into the air, this wouldn't be the worst place for that. So anyway, there's a couple notable features here, so let's fly around and check them out. Do some jump cuts, and I'll show you around some of the interesting structures. Alright guys, if you're playing this in survival, you might not want to watch this part of the video, but I'm going to show you where the end portal is and a bunch of other notable features. So if we come right down here next to this mansion, you can see that we've got our end room. Very cool, and there's the portal. Interesting. Okay, let's get back up, and there's something else up here close to the mansion. So if we come in this direction, which is northeast, we will see another mansion. Very cool. And a witch hut right next to it. So this is kind of interesting. Isn't the best witch hut because there's a lot of land masses, but it's cool because it's right next to a mansion. So if you wanted to build a base out of a mansion, have a little redstone factory next to it, that's something that you could do here. Okay guys, so the bubble there on the map is where the spawn island is, and if you see totally northeast almost perfectly is a player dot. So if we open up this map, you can see that we got a temple over here. Right next to this little mesa biome. So here's another mesa biome for you. There's actually a few really big mesas in this world. And if we keep going this direction, I'm kind of just continually going northeast, fairly diagonally. You can see another temple right over here. Let's see, I think it's right over this little weird structure. There it is. We got another temple right over here. So there's a couple pretty close to each other. There's a lot of temples, and I think that that's just kind of like a new thing. In the console edition, I think that there's kind of temples like everywhere, which is really cool. And another mansion at 1513, negative 1035, very cool. Okay guys, well 200 blocks over here away from the mansion, we've got a kind of a nice little village with a blacksmith, and we've also got an igloo with some villager conversion stuff down below. Just another cool, interesting thing for you. Okay guys, so we got our mansion right over here somewhere. There it is, that's our mansion we were just looking at, and if we come this direction, which is due southeast, we're going to find another guardian temple right there, and right south of that is going to be our witch hut perimeter areas. Check this out, this is pretty cool. So here is the witch hut that we just built recently in the Let's Play series, and you can see what the perimeter was looking like before I did all the work to it. So this is actually kind of cool. You can see where the map is loading right now. That's about a perimeter right there. And now it's starting to get a little bit beyond where you want your perimeter to be marked out. So that was kind of an interesting visualization of how much of an area you want to clear out. So a bit of land over there, bit of land over there, bit of land right there. But after you do that, you got 100% perfect surface perimeter. Really, really cool. And then over here, we've got our second witch hut. And it's so funny, when I built this in the single player world, just a little side note, I found this witch hut and instantaneously did the perimeter for it and didn't realize there was a way better one right over there. But it's kind of cool. We got 2 of those, and I think there's 2 more in the world in other areas as well. So I think there's about 4 total that I've found so far. Okay, and the last important biome, look behind us, that's our main, this is our spawn area with the mansion right there. And if we just go this direction to the next map, let's open it up. You can see we just left that map into this map. And you can see we've got a mega taiga biome. Very cool. So if you want some podzol, that's where to get it. Again, really close to spawn. Okay guys, so another interesting thing about this map is all of the dungeons are in the same spot. It's super kind of surprising. I really wasn't expecting that, but all of the dungeons are in the same area. So if you come over here, we've got a dungeon directly below this little taiga forest area. So make sure to x-ray around this little ice spikes perimeter, and you're definitely going to find about 2 or 3 of them. I know that there's a skeleton at least, and a couple of zombie spawners as well. And they're in the exact same spot that they are in my single player world. So if you ever see an episode where I actually show you the coordinates for any of those spawners, they're going to be in the same spot. I'm not going to do it in this video just because that would take me forever, and they are everywhere. There's a lot of them in this map. So let's go into the Nether through our icy perimeter area, because I'm assuming that this is going to be relatively in the same spot as well. So give me a second. Aha, here we go. Here's some openings. So let's go check out this Nether real quick, because I have a suspicion that we're going to find something pretty cool here. Wow, check this out. This is super weird. So not only do we have lava that's not flowing, but there's no light coming out of it either. It's like dark lava. See, this one's all bright. That one's all dark. Super weird. And look at this, we've got a mushroom up in the air. Guys, there's some weird stuff going on in the Nether here. Oh my gosh. Okay, my Nether portal wasn't really in the right spot, but it's fairly close. So if we come into the map, we got 122 and 120. Okay guys, this is actually really weird. I have no idea why, but for some reason this Nether fortress is actually different than in my single player world. even though some of it is still the same. So if we come over here, this is the same. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 crossroads all in one little area. Very cool. If you want to build a wither skeleton farm, man, this is the spot for that. We've also got a blaze spawner right there, right next to everything, and a blaze spawner over here. And so in the single player world, this blaze spawner does not exist, and there's more fortress this direction. So it's interesting. It looks like fortress generation has changed quite a bit. And if we come over here, there was 2 more blaze spawners that do not exist this direction. So I guess it cut off here, but everything else is the same, which is pretty cool. And just because I'm assuming a lot of you guys that are going to be opening up this map, if you are, it's because of the technical reasons, like all the different biomes and stuff. So here's just another notable feature about the Nether. If you wanted to build a gold farm or something like that, a wither skeleton farm, then this corner is actually pretty good. Wouldn't take too much work to kind of clear away some of this land. A couple stuff down here, a couple things down here, and you would have a pretty dang good perimeter over here in the corner. So this is at this side of the world. We got 315 and 315. So just another little thing for you. Well guys, I think that's doing it. A little short kind of random video for you, showing you around a brand new seed you can generate today before the update aquatic. I'm assuming the seed probably won't work after the next major update, so get it while you can. You got a dungeon right next to spawn in the mansion, a bunch of cool stuff, all the biomes. Super exciting, so let me know if you liked it. Hit all the buttons, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye. And so we're ready to go to do it one more time. So as long as you take the stuff out and then jump back on and put the stuff in, well, you can't stand on top of it and open it. Stupid update, worst update. So let's put the stuff back in the chest and let's do this quick one more time. I'll show you that it works exponentially.